two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises. One of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Okay, ready?
57 the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. He tripped.
First carry for James Conner. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On second down, here's Hodges. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
A gain of 29 yards. First down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down with Hodges. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? It had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start the drive with Conner. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down, Conner looking for space. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 stuff. 80 weapons. Get it.
They will run for the first time here with White. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Steelers.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go right back to White here on first down. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play, an absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Let's put that team on the go.
On third down, Hodges setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels, 32 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score time, 7-7.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch the slant. Out, 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 out. Let's go. Come on.
From the gun, Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. The 40. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 76 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They tried to get the edge there. No edge to be found.
And when you're trying to set the edge, trying to control either the defensive end or the outside linebacker, if you don't, that allows the defense to string a play out all the way to the sideline. And know the sideline gives you as a defender an extra guy. You go from playing with 11 to playing with 12, and it worked out well for the defense there.
Come on, set. 30 base.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Not the result they were looking for there on third down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
Hey, team six. Team six.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Hey, 2, 5.
Hodges, 4th down. Here we go. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 6 yards. Mike. Longer jump. Hey, check Mike. Check Mike.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson flush to his right, towards the end zone for Brown. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
A 59-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
36 to Mike. Mike, 36. Mike, 36. And let's get this,
Smith.
36 to Mike. Drop deep, drop deep.
Out of the gun, it's Hodges. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 36. Mike 36.
Get it.
Here's Hodges looking to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26.
Hey, Wahoo!
Three. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. It's a party now. Mike 36.
22 jump bomber. Hit it.
Throwing now, Hodges on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Being chased out left. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On the ready.
36 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Bravo.
36. Mike 36.
Ready.
On first and 10, it's Hodges. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Now Hodges. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
I'm coming after you.
Jackson from the shotgun. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or two shy.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Jackson. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Go, go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Hodges looks to throw on 3rd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. That race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams, Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers. All in, Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could be Seattle. It could be San Francisco. It could be New Orleans. I know Minnesota's probably going to come in as a wild card. Green Bay will come in as a division champ, it looks like. But bottom line is Dallas or Philadelphia's got to win the NFC East. And I don't know that anyone wants to go to their home field and play when they have to play in a divisional game. So when you get it all together, And maybe that would be a wild card, I would guess, because they'd be the fourth team in. But when you put it all together, it is absolutely wide open about who wins the NFC and represents for the Lombardi Trophy.
And on third down, a nickel formation here. Now it's Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Back now in Baltimore. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Ravens on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Hodges on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jihad Ward in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll run with Samuels. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. He's was able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Boswell's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
36, line 36. Watch 36, 36 to Mike. Here we go, D, get off the field. Mike, 36.
Snap.
Back to throw.
He's not going to get me.
High throw, but he makes the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, let's go.
36. Line 36. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
So that'll back him up 5. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Line 36. Line 36.
Outside.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 58 yards, as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, they got the touchdown, but a little risky, even though where they were to run the football in that situation on the final play.
If they give it up somehow, if turnover is created and they take it back the other way, instead of a comfortable victory that they've got now, they've got a lot of explaining to do about why they tried to run the ball in that situation instead of just taking a knee and icing it.
But thankfully for them, they won't have to do any explaining. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the 2-point conversion but didn't get it.
That's someone that wants to win and by as many as possible. They don't get the 2-point conversion to add on top, but just the idea of going for it with that type of a lead already when they didn't need to do so, that tells you what his mentality is. He's an attack, attack, attack coach. Always attack.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say